It's Jessica. If you're new to me, I am an intuitive empath and card reader, and I am a spiritual mentor for women who are light workers and want to develop their gifts and use them more purposefully. And today, what I wanted to talk about is setting boundaries. I feel like this is something that has come up with a few people that I've talked to the past couple weeks, so I thought it would be a good thing to share on. So I don't feel like boundaries are something that we're just born with. It's something we have to learn over time. And for me, I don't think I really understood what boundaries were until I was in probably my mid-20s. Like, it was just a new concept for me. And it's when I started to look at it and try to set limits with myself and other people, and being respectful, being respected, how I'm treating myself, and being able to prioritize myself. And it's taken time. It's taken a lot of time. But I've noticed lately on social media, it's a popular topic. It is. And I see things that are somewhat contradicting to each other, which I think can be confusing at times for people. So I think it's important to point out that every person and situation is going to be different, and you're the only one that knows if there is a boundary that needs to be set. Or, I mean, you may have someone tell me like, oh, you need to set a boundary with someone or something, but like, really, when it comes down to it, you need to tap into your own feelings and evaluate, each person and situation, whatever it's bringing up for you. And oftentimes, like, I'll see these posts, right? I just want to give a couple post examples so you know what I mean. You may see something that says, you don't need any reason, you don't need to give any explanation if you need to cut off a toxic person in your life. You don't owe them an explanation, right? Let go of those people. Okay? All right? Fair enough. And then the next day you'll see another post that says, anyone who cuts you off without an explanation or ghosts you is a toxic person. Okay, well, maybe you're the toxic person. I don't know. I'm just saying, hypothetically, like, those two statements can be very true in certain situations, but they also contradict each other. Just an example of, like, you really have to feel into it and evaluate every situation or every person. It's going to be different. It takes time. It takes practice. I think as you start to set healthier boundaries over time, it gets easier to do it in a way that's kind and conscious and honest. I know I've had situations in the workplace where I've had to set boundaries. I had an employee or coworker that I was having a hard time with, right? I felt like I didn't like how I was being treated or being put in the middle of situations and things. And I know one day I just had enough and I totally just blew up. I let him have it. I was mean and nasty. I was being a bitch about it. Okay, just saying. And this was probably, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. Right? And afterwards, like, I actually felt really bad. Like, yes, I felt like that's what I had to do in the moment to stand up for myself. But looking back, it was actually a really, really good learning experience for me, because it's also the time when I afterwards felt bad and thought, you know what? I understand that a boundary needed to be set, but I don't want to be that person. Like, I know that there was a way I could have handled this better. I could have stayed cool and calm. I could have been kind and direct and honest and still gotten my point. So I think that's kind of a gap we sometimes need to bridge when we start setting boundaries, of remembering that, like, you can set boundaries and still be a kind person. Okay, setting boundaries doesn't mean being a selfish bitch all the time. Like, you can still love yourself and put yourself first and do it in a way that is kind. That's something I'm still working on. I'm not claiming to be perfect at it, but I'm aware of it, and I think it has changed the way I look at setting boundaries. And I also have to remind myself that I am human. I make mistakes. Sometimes I lose my cool, okay? But I don't know, just some perspective for you. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Give me a follow if you're not following me already. Take care.